my fellow Americans, 'tis I, the Rumpledone, back to you again. More about lying. Okay, I'm not beating a dead horse. It's just that lying is so rampant, it's around us. We really have become numb to it. For example, the government has been lying almost since it was created. If you don't believe me, think about all the broken treaties that this U.S. government has. Think about how many treaties it has broken. Isn't that a lie? I mean, think about how the government teaches history. They change it. Isn't that a lie? I mean, this right here, isn't that a lie too? I mean, it says it's a $1 bill, but it's a Federal Reserve note now. It used to be a silver certificate where you could trade in a silver certificate and get corresponding silver. But once again, it's a lie. And funny thing is once again, I was offline for a couple weeks. I had a lot of time to think about things. And one of the things I thought about was, if it wasn't for this, it would almost be impossible to be rich. Without this, it would almost be impossible for the government to be as big as it is. Now think about it. You go to work and you get some of these, but you don't get all of these. No. The government takes them before you get them. They say, nope, that's mine. I mean, think about it. Now, let's just say you're a kid, you got a lawnmower, and you walk around neighborhoods and you mow people's lawns. You might get 5 of these or 10 of these. I remember when I was growing up, we'd get 2 of these. But the thing is, I would do the work, and then the person who I did the work for would hand me a couple of these, and I'd get it all. Then I'd go buy ice cream or whatever. But, as you go older, you go out, you do the work, but instead of that person you do the work for handing you all of these, no, government takes some. Think about this. Let's say you live out on the farm and you grow chickens. And maybe your neighbor grows corn. And maybe his neighbor, down the road has cows. And maybe the neighbor a little bit further down the road has beans. And when the time comes, you all get together and you exchange, corn for cows and beans for chickens and eggs for corn or whatever. Government's not involved in that. And think about it, if the government were involved, there would have to be some kind of government official with some truck to take away some of the cows and take away some of the chickens and eggs and take away some of the corn and take away some of the grain or beans. Where would they put it? I mean, some of the livestock would probably die, and a lot of the food, the grains, the corn would probably spoil. Because if everybody was paying the government in these things, what could the government do? I mean, if you think about it. So, this here lie, it's part of the problem. What can we do about it? Well, if you live your life in a way that you don't really rely on these too much, like maybe you grow your own, then that's just one less thing the government can take from you. Now, who knows? With all the new executive orders that Obama's been writing, there might be some executive order that says, if you've got corn, they can come take it. In fact, I think he did do that, if I'm not mistaken. Something about if you have too much food or you're hoarding, if there's a government, if there's a national emergency or something, that they can come in and take it. I mean, they can try. I think a few people might put up some resistance. We won't say who they are, but the point is that the government will find a way to take from you and me, because it's real simple. See, the government lies when it gives somebody something, because everything the government has, they've taken from somebody. But they don't say that. They act as if that's not what happens, but that's what happens. Everything the government has, they have taken from we the people. Everything. Because that's what they've been doing to us. That's what we have allowed them to do, because we've been lied to so much our entire lives that many people go along with the lie because they believe it. I mean, if you take a young child and you teach them nothing but lies, and that's all they ever hear, that's all they're going to believe. So, you know, a lot of my new subscribers, you came to know me because of a couple of my videos when I responded to TheRumpledOne. Okay? Now, the thing is, some of those lies, he believes. So can I really fault him? If that's all he's been taught, that's all he's been shown, I really can't fault him. We've got to go to solve a problem. You got to identify the problem and go to the root cause. It's lying, plain and simple. Lying. So we have to stop the lying. So once again, you know, I urge my fellow Americans, start going to meetings where your elected officials are speaking. And if they say a lie, get you and your buddies to jump up and start going, liar. And be loud about it. Be loud enough to get kicked out. Make a ruckus. Get your face in the newspaper. You know, get your face on the TV. And maybe, if we start this ball rolling, and this goes viral, we can really put an end to it. I mean, if you think about it, this will be a peaceful revolt, because lying, it's revolting to me, and it's probably revolting to you when your elected officials lie to you. So, let's just call it like it is. Get out, get involved, and do something about it. Because if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And what's that famous quote? Something about, all it takes for evil to triumph is good men to sit in silence, do nothing. Well, let's get up. Let's get up. Let's get off our butts, and let's get out there and start making noise. I mean, some people know me, know my history, know I've made lots of noise at public meetings. I mean, they put in rules to squelch me at public meetings. But it didn't stop me. And let me tell you something. People came to the conclusion that I was telling the truth. And there were some changes made. And some things happened. But that's a whole nother story. So, we need to stop the lies. Because, when they print up money out of thin air, it winds up making money less, make money worth less than what it's supposed to be. They steal through inflation, which is another lie. It just goes on and on and on. Now, I know this video might be getting a little long, and maybe I'm ranting a bit, maybe I'm droning. Don't mean to. I try to keep them short. That's why I kind of chop these lying videos up. But the thing is, it's just so rampant. And it is the root cause. But we the people, we can do it. I know we can. So I'm counting on you. Sometime this year, if you only do it once, go to a public meeting, whether it's your town council, your city council, your county council, the port authority, I don't care. Just go to a public meeting. Sit there, preferably near the front. And when one of those guys lies or women lies, stand up and go liar. Take a couple of your buddies with you. You all go liar. Get kicked out. Make a ruckus. And let's just see if we can get the ball rolling and make some real change in this country and put it back on the right track. Because so long as the lies are permitted to continue, there's just no way we're going to restore America and get it back on track. So, everybody, my fellow Americans, America, wake up and smell the hypocrisy.